Welcome everyone to a winter wonderland here in Maryland. Over the past week since last week's video when we were bucking up all this wood with all the guys here in the yard, we've gotten 2 snow events that produced about 3 to 4 inches of snow each. And as you can see, we're covered up here with snow. But after last week's video, you guys said that I might need a little more wood if I'm gonna have 8 or 9 Eastonmade wood splitters here working. So that's what we did. We've got more wood here that needs to be cut up today. This is a mix of ash, hickory, maple, and a mystery wood that we're gonna try to figure out today. Now the tree service had some mixed feelings on what kind of wood this was. We're gonna find out here today because we're gonna have to check it by splitting it. The controversy is it a species of hickory or a species of the dreaded gum? So we're gonna have to check that out today, and we'll be able to find out quickly as soon as we start splitting, or as soon as we split a piece or two. The dump trailer is also full with more wood, and I put out a shorts video this past week of when we went and got this wood. While the ground was nice and frozen, the tree company was able to do some work. And Jack saw it from Log Cabin Firewood, and he messaged me right away and said, "When we cutting?" So it was supposed to be yesterday, which would have been Saturday, but it was about 8 degrees and the wind was blowing 30 miles an hour. That would not have been a pleasant day. I didn't want to subject Jack or myself to that. So today is Sunday. It's still quite chilly. It's about 21 degrees right now, but very little to no wind. So that's what's in store today. We're going to start cutting some more wood. You see we got fresh chains on the saws, and I've got a few more things that I want to cover in this video too that need tidied up here in the yard. So Jack will be here shortly and we'll get cutting. All right, Captain Jack has arrived, pulled in the driveway right on time, and he's going to get his new chain on his saw. And we'll have 2 500-eyes ripping here with all the snow blanket on the ground. I'm sure it will echo for miles and miles and miles. But this is the pile behind us that we're going to work on right now, so we're going to get the saws fired up and get to work. Well, we're about an hour in here, and as you saw, my dad is paying the woodyard a visit today. We got the bald eagle flying overhead, so that does my heart really good. But we're about an hour in, and we are about halfway through this load. Jack and I are just ripping through it. This is mostly maple, a little bit of hickory, and then there's ash mixed in at the bottom of this load here. So what we're doing is we're trying to separate the ash rounds, put them in a little different area so that I can take the skid loader and just push them over towards the axis, because that will be making bundle wood along with Shibe's 1222 carrying the pizza wedge. So that's the plan for the ash, and everything else will get divvied up between the rows to let all the other machines have at it. So we are fueling the saws, getting a little something to drink. I'd take my coat off. I started to sweat a little bit, and when it's this cold outside, the last thing you want to do is start sweating, because then you will freeze. But we'll get the rest of this load done, and maybe even the dump trailer load. We'll see. Jack is over here touching up his saw.
No, I'm putting the new chain on.
Oh, he's putting the new chain on.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't have the new chain on yet?
Nah, I was still rocking my old one.
Gotcha.
But I know why I wasn't oiling too, which is something we need to remember, is always check your oil ports. I had a piece of pretty coarse wood chip stuck in there, and she wasn't oiling, so no wonder the chain got dull.
There you go. You see the steam coming off the snow? The chain getting hot. But,
yeah.
But Jack is sharpening up his chain. He uses the Dremel tool, which is a great option and a very quick option. I never was able to master it, so I just stick with the 2-in-1.
And I haven't mastered the 2-in-1, which is pretty dummy proof. So.
Yeah, that goes to show you that everybody has their own little thing. We all do the same thing, just in little different ways. We'll get sharpened up and we'll get back to work. All right, there we go. That big dump truck load of wood is done. We are not going to get to the dump trailer load today. This is quite a mess. I thought it would be a good day to do this because the temperatures were so cold and the ground would be frozen. But as you can see, as we were moving the wood back and forth in between the rows to the other wood, we made quite the mess.
Life gives you lemons, just make mud.
Yeah, that's what it's given us this week, it looks like. We're keeping an eye on the weather for the fellowship. It's going to be what it will be. We'll make the best of it. And the job for the next couple days here, like I said, today is Sunday, so tomorrow and Tuesday is going to be decent weather. So we'll work on cleaning up a little bit around here. Then it looks like we've got a couple days of rain coming in, and hopefully it's gone by the weekend. All right, so I want to thank Jack once again for being here to help me cut up that load of wood in this cold weather. The wind has picked up a little bit. It's certainly cut the time down and made it a little more enjoyable to have a buddy here helping you cut.
2 saws is better than 1.
And there's plenty of wood here, I believe, now for the fellowship.
Absolutely.
Especially if the weather's not going to cooperate. I'm hoping that the people who said they were going to come will still make an appearance. If you can't stay the entire day, it's totally understandable, but we've got a lot going on. We're going to have some great food to eat. We're going to have some giveaways, some raffles, and a lot of good fellowship. So don't forget that tomorrow night is Thirsty Thursday. We will be live at 8 p.m. and we will have a special guest on with us. Mr. Andrew Easton from Eastonmade Wood Splitters will be joining us. He is going to be attending the fellowship, so he will be here in person to answer any questions you have, and he will be on the live stream tomorrow night to answer any questions you may have if you're not going to attend the fellowship. So that's going to be it for today. Thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow night.